Why do you think so many FTF voters have selected your offerings for these honors?
It's a culmination of things. We are unique in the space in that we build and invest. And I think that's a pretty critical differentiator between SimCorp and some of our competition. There tends to be an acquire and cut mentality in the business right now. We go a different route. We are dedicated solely to the investment management space. We dedicate 20% of our top line revenue back into the product. That's about $60 million a year. And that is not just keeping the lights on, but also looking forward. And I think those are the sorts of things that have put us on a path to put us on a different direction than some of our competition. And I think we certainly appreciate the readers' votes 2 years in a row on IBOR. We find that to be very validating of our strategy, and we look forward to many more years to come.
What, in your opinion, is the biggest challenge with IBORs and their adoption among financial services firms?
I think first off, IBOR is a term that's thrown around, but not necessarily well defined in a lot of cases. I think that you ask 10 vendors what IBOR is, you might get 10 answers. We and every vendor comes at an IBOR from sort of what their sweet spot is. For us, we were an accounting software package first. So we look at IBOR with an accounting lens and bringing in from there trades and pay downs and all of the accruals and all the other things that go into it. So I think we have a slightly different vantage point there, which I think sets us apart. But I think that's probably the biggest hurdle, is that it's a buzzword, but not necessarily a clearly defined buzzword. And I think what's happened in the last 10 years, there's the best of breed mentality has produced investment management firms that have maybe 6 or 7 platforms. Maybe you have one platform for equities, another for fixed income, and as a result of that, you end up with a lot of reconciliation. Things just don't match up because you're using different price feeds, different security masters, and it becomes it's a chore. But it's also a chore that can lead to trade errors, that can lead to cash mismanagement, which ultimately can be financially devastating, but also can hurt your reputation and potentially put you in a regulatory risk situation.
What buy-side operations trends excites you?
I think the trend that most interests us is the fairly recent development of combining sort of your front, middle, and back offices, and that the back office isn't just a cost center anymore. And I think that there's a growing trend to recognizing that improvements and efficiencies in your back and middle office processing can produce alpha. That there's actually gains and returns to be made by improving your efficiencies throughout your life cycle. I think historically you focus mostly on your front office, and those are considered your alpha generators. But I think that things are always getting squeezed, and I think there's a trend towards where possible, squeezing additional efficiencies and gains out of the middle and back office. And certainly that coincides nicely with our strategy in that we do offer a straight through process, front, middle, and back, from your portfolio construction, proposing trades, pre and post trade compliance, through to the middle office. You can do your risk, your attribution, and then on to investment accounting, where we'll generate the full accounting picture.
What is ahead for SimCorp for the rest of this year and next year?
So for the rest of this year and in 2017, so we had a very strong start in North America for SimCorp in 2016. We had 3 new clients come on board, so we're excited to add them to our roster. We continue to follow the same path. It's invest in the product, invest in our people, and create the kind of lasting partnerships that our clients have enjoyed so far, and hopefully we can expand that within the North American marketplace in the coming years.